So this is going to be more of a talking head video, we'll say, because something worries me. Something worries me. How can I say this? There's a game about to come out. That isn't. How can I say this? Um, Suicide Squad kills the Justice League. One thing that I haven't shown really that much. Well, I guess I did with recently on in November, I think. I love Dragon Ball, right? You guys know that. We all know this. I have a tattoo, everything. Dragon Ball, Dokkan, played every day. It's not Dokkan, it's probably like, I don't know, like Xenoverse or Kakarot, just, every once in a while. But one thing that I do love as well is superhero. Not a singular one. Superheroes, comics, and everything in that sphere. I did a playthrough of Spider-Man on the channel. The last episode, I had a microphone issue, which pissed me off at the end. So it left me like with a sour taste in my mouth because, the microphone was having issues. It was probably because it was on for like 3 days without like really turning off my my thing. But it's whatever. It's beside the point. I love superheroes, okay? And one thing that I love, I'm more of a DC head than really a Marvel kind of guy. I do love my Marvel. There's nothing wrong with Marvel, growing up, actually, my teen years, I had a friend with which I would discuss all these topics with, all these like comics and stuff with. He was more of a Marvel guy. He was more of a Spider-Man, Avengers. I was more of a, Superman is my guy. The Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, Flash, Green Lantern, Cyborg, everybody. I was really huge on Aquaman. I did like Captain Marvel, the DC version of him, quite better than Shazam. I think Captain Marvel was a better thing, but Marvel and whatever. But yeah, so I do love my superheroes. I love the animated movies that DC has been putting out. That was the one category where DC in the last few years have been completely mopping the floor with Marvel, is their animated movies. I believe there was like 1 or 2 animated movies that came out recently that weren't that good. But otherwise, you can take like the last 15 years, they were all almost bangers. So, that was the one area where they were like hitting all they were peak. So, but yeah, I was watching all the animated movies, keeping up. I wasn't reading the comics, but I was keeping up with them, like watching videos of what happens, etc., etc. I know pretty much, maybe not in detail, but I know of pretty much all the major arcs in DC. Infinite Crisis. No, that's the game. Crisis on Infinite Earths. The other thing with the Identity Crisis. And all of that stuff. I know of a lot of arcs. Okay. Let's just say that because I love the characters. Because I think if I had to make a tier list, it would be Superman, Batman, the Flash, because I love super speed. I find that superpower really dope. And then it's Wonder Woman, because she's a fucking badass, even over Green Lantern, over even over Aquaman, because she kicks ass. And fucking when the Amazon comes out, it's a whew, boy. Yeah, she maybe not for long, but she can hang in there with Superman. So, it's kind of badass. You have to give it to her. But yeah. So I'm really excited for I was really excited for the Wonder Woman game. Let's introduce it like this. Until someone was the head of Warner Brothers Discovery Interactive, something like one basically big head of suits, you know. It was someone pretty important. He said that Wonder Woman, I think Wonder Woman was as well. I can't really remember, but basically all their main names, they would like their games to be live service games. So until I heard that, I was really into like for the Wonder Woman game, because you know, you take Wonder Woman and you give her the Batman Arkham treatment, and you have like, you know, with the Batman Arkham, you have like Trinity level of hype for Wonder Woman and like stock in her, because she's already badass character to the bone. So if you give her like the Batman Arkham treatment, where you give her like 3 really good games, it would do wonders. And we need that kind of game, honestly. Not because it's Wonder Woman, but because we need like that power of superheroes to have a game. Because how much time has it been since our boy Superman? Last Superman game was Superman Returns, right? Was a movie tie-in game. I do have it on my 360. I do love to play it, even though, you know, it's not that good. Xbox 360 release date. November 22nd, 2006. Wow. Yeah. Let's see. The last Superman game, yeah, it's 2006. I'm not counting. I mean, I'm just Superman games, not Justice League, not anything. I think, like, not. Yeah, I don't count Injustice and everything like that. But yeah, so it's 2006. It's Superman Returns, which the game wasn't great, but I don't know. They kind of nailed the sense of flying around. I don't know how they fucked up the rest of the game, but I really like the flying around feeling. And with like, once you break the sound barrier, you have like, you leave like a trail behind you, which is like blue and red, which, you know, coincides with his costume. And no, it's little details like that that really make it feel good, in my opinion. But yeah. Yeah, so Wonder Woman game, I'm getting lost here. This is going to be a no cut, no nothing. So Wonder Woman game, I was really hyped because of the potential of what it could be, especially on modern hardware. The PS5, the open worlds that you could have with data streaming directly from the SSD. You don't even have to store it in the RAM anymore, so you're not really limited by RAM, since it's all dynamic anyway. But yeah, I think this could be really good for, you know, making like huge cities, being able to like go from one city to another, like when she flies. But, you know, I was pretty hyped for that. I was like, man, the scope that they could do with modern technology, and basically because now with DLSS from NVIDIA and of course FSR from AMD on PC, I'm talking here. And just, you know, I'm pretty sure the PS5 and Xbox Series X have some sort of DLSS enabled by default just for the performance. I'm pretty sure that they would be able to handle more intensive with DLSS turned on so that we get more performance, so that we could be a bit more ambitious. But, you know, it's still a lot of work to do. But I got a feeling that we're coming to that technology stage where we can really start to push it, like make it maybe take another leap, not in graphic fidelity, but more as in like what the game does, the mechanics of the game and the scope, like the how big the world is. We don't want anything AI generated. We don't want anything procedurally generated. We want it curated, but you know, with that kind of game, you can make like streets and stuff a bit more larger. So it takes, you know, kind of pad out a little bit, you know, kind of help yourself with that, but not too much. But because you are flying around, so you're going to be really fast. But yeah, I was really hyped for Wonder Woman with all that I was saying. But until he came out and said, yeah, we're about to take our biggest name brands and make them all like live service games because we want that money from microtransactions. And then I kind of got deflated. And then there was the Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League Alpha, which I did. I was lucky enough to participate. So thanks to Rocksteady to have allowed me to participate in the beta. In the alpha, sorry, not the beta, it was a closed alpha. I'm still in the Discord server, by the way. But, you know, there were some issues, I think, with unskippable or not like getting glitches or something. I don't think that I did ever get those kind of glitches. So in terms of glitch wise and like bugs, I didn't really see any. Performance was fine even on an alpha. I am on a 3080 Ti, keep in mind. So I was running smooth 100 frames per second. Didn't have really any real stutters. It was on, I can't remember if we had graphic settings. I believe we didn't have DLSS, but I was like, I don't think it was on max settings. It was close to max settings. Of course, there's no footage for that because recording it was prohibited. Even now, I think we can talk about it, but not show footage unless you have specific permission, such as like media outlets and stuff. But this is not what we wanted. This is not what I wanted. I was worried that there was going to be a disaster. So I played the alpha. It went well technically. But we could see that, I could see that this is not what we wanted, because I'm going to show you my desktop real quick. I like Rocksteady, okay? You can see here I have 20. These are all these hours that you guys are gonna see here, like 21 hours, 22 hours, 28 hours, 70. Yeah, I play this one a lot more because it's the last one. 76 hours. This is all 100%. Okay, I 100%ed. Got all the trophies, everything. I have at least one save that is 100%, and this one I have a save with 240%. Blackgate, we don't talk about that. You can see a bit less than 2 hours. We don't talk about this. Arkham VR, I did do it, but it was really short. And then Gotham Knights, you guys, I did record it. There's the beginning of the, as you can see here. You guys can't see, but I have all these trophies that I did because I did finish the game, but you guys are never going to see the ending of this playthrough because while it was recorded, I kind of lost the footage by mistake because I unfortunately deleted it, and the game was so bad that I actually broke my desk. It's now fixed, but like if you came to me like about a month ago, this desk that I'm like recording on, it was broken. It had like a chunk of wood missing, like because I slammed my fist so hard, because I think it was the Mr. Freeze fight. I raged so hard I punched the hole through my desk. Okay, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, I finished all of them, all the Arkham series. Gotham Knights doesn't count, but you know what I mean. I love what they did with the series. Even Origins, I warmed up to it, even though I still don't consider it to be canon. I still don't consider it to be Rocksteady made, because it wasn't. Like, it has like kind of the DNA, but you know, we have how can I say this? We say that we have similar DNA to bananas, while we do have nothing in common with bananas. So So that's how those two games, like one is human, one is a banana. Like you can find traces of the same DNA, but it's not at all the same fucking thing. That's how I see it. It's something different, but it's not, authentic. So Suicide Squad, because of Justice League, it's just the same thing. It's just for me. I'm gonna say this, and I have a big fear in my heart that like 3 years from now, there's an interview that's going to come out saying the opposite of what I believe. But I believe that this game was not the brainchild of Rocksteady. It was WB trying to make boku bucks out of microtransactions, chasing the trend of live service games. Brother, Destiny 2 came out 8 or 9 years ago, something like that. You're a decade late for that. Warframe is like 8 years old, man. You're a decade late for live service. Fortnite, how old is Fortnite? 6 years? GTA 5 is 10 years old? You're late to the party. Like even these new live service games that are coming out. Look at Warzone. Look at not PUBG, but look at the finals. They're all free to play games. Warzone is free to play. Keep in mind, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the campaign and the regular multiplayer isn't, but the Warzone portion of it is. So for you to be coming out with a full-priced game, live service, microtransaction-filled game, you are supremely late to the party. Look what happened to Dead Island 2. Look what happened to the vampire game. What's it called? Redfall. If you don't have the strongest proposition, you will not survive. The audience will chew you up and spit you out, because this game is not like 10 years worth of gameplay. The gameplay is you shoot stuff until it explodes, and then you shoot more stuff, which is the same as the stuff that you shot like 10 seconds ago, and you do nothing. You get more weapons. You get not the weapons aren't even that different, because in the alpha there were multiple weapons with multiple like there were types of weapons like shotguns, submachine guns, melee weapons, yada yada yada. But I don't think this is enough. I think that Rocksteady got, trusted with a job that they did not want to do, and unfortunately, I think they're partially owned by WB, so they have to do it, or they got bought out by WB, something like that. I think so. Don't quote me on this, but I think so. So, there's nothing really to save this game other than maybe it's like hopefully, I'm gonna, for my Dragon Ball folks, let's tie it back to Dragon Ball. Let me make this analogy. Maybe if WB wants to or has to from Rocksteady has to do this from the ask of WB. It's like Toriyama being asked by Shueisha to continue Dragon Ball, even though he does not want to continue Dragon Ball. Maybe this is the thing where they have a contract where if they make Suicide Squad, just like Toriyama had Dragon Ball, and Toriyama then, like, if I continue Dragon Ball, you let me make Sandland, because that was really the project that he wanted to. That was his new passion project. Maybe, I hope it's the same situation for Rocksteady, because I believe if we let them cook, they could be money printing machines. But maybe it's a case of if we do this for you, then we have free range, unlimited budget, to make our next, hopefully, and I pray to God, next Superman game. Because there were some like rumors floating around that they pitched a Superman game. Those rumors are, I believe, false. I don't think there was ever any like real proposition for a Superman game. They didn't really pitch it to anybody. A lot of people, including myself, are dying for a Superman game, for a new Superman game. But I don't think that's going to happen this quickly. So hopefully we can, because I want this game to bomb. But I wouldn't like to have Rocksteady being the tough spot of being the studio that put out a game that absolutely bombed. Because then they're in a tough spot financially as well. So, I mean, we're kind of, stuck between how do we say this? Stuck between a rock and a hard place, because this is not ideal for either of the parties here, either for us or Rocksteady themselves, because I want them to do a Superman or a Flash game, not Adobe Flash, but a Flash the superhero. Do not use the material from the movies, please. God, just like you did for Batman. The comics, do something that comics arc. I don't know. Flash is the base of all of the crisis. Choose one. if you look at it, you can do Flashpoint Paradox, because in that comic he re-unlocks his powers at some point. So you could have like that progression system. But yeah. Just, all the crises, it's a Flash made all the fucking crises. So, you can choose from that. Don't choose from the movies. The movies, no. But yeah. I'm digressing a lot because this is like a rant. Because I believe that Suicide Squad, I played the beta, which thank God I played the alpha, sorry. Because I wanted to try the game without having to purchase it. I do not want to purchase this game. I will not purchase this game because I do not believe in this game. This game was not what we wanted, was not what we needed. And anyway, I think it was Jason Schreier who wrote in an article that one of the bad sides of this is that the market for live service game is so already like packed and overflowing with games, with trash games, that it is hyper competitive with like the big names that are already out there. You're gonna try to compete with them with 10 years behind, and with no, like, it's not free, doesn't seem like it plays that good. It's pretty. The story might be cool, but the rumors got out. Some rumored leaks got out, and that did not do you any good press. There was some like lore, I think, in the gameplay that leaked and stuff, where they told how Batman and Superman met, and it seemed like super basic for an after, like, post Arkham Knight Batman. Like, from what I saw, because I saw a video on this, like, where it was basically like, you want to join my League of Superheroes? Yeah, sure. What? Like, Superman was asking Batman if he wanted to join the League of Superheroes, and Batman was like, yeah, okay. Like, what? This is a post-Arkham Batman, where he wants to rebuild a legend, where he wants for Batman to be the symbol of hope and fear for criminals, he would be way too busy, or at least, busy to accept to leave and to go to Metropolis. Like, it's weird. How they meet and how they like form the Justice League is way too weird. But yeah, it's weird. It seems much too basic for just Batman, which is weird. Like, he doesn't ask any questions. He doesn't, and he openly says, "Yeah, I'm Bruce Wayne. I'm Batman." Okay, dude, why did you have to say that? Like, it has a lot of. I knew that because in the game they say that. That gives me like Robert Downey Jr. I'm Iron Man vibes, which is not necessary at all. And yeah, besides that, Superman's a villain again. I'm fucking sick and tired of Superman being a villain. Why can't we have a video game or a movie where Superman isn't the fucking villain, please? Just give me Golden Age Superman again. Give me that one. Give me he saves everything and everyone, because now all the fucking movies and all the superheroes are super grim dark. They're super like, life sucks. Everything is going to die because everyone sucks. And there's this and that and yada yada yada. There's all the same subjects. Can we please just have, man, this Golden Age Superman, simple. He's a good guy. He wants to save everyone. There's a villain that is villain because he's villainous. Stop making people anti-heroes. Black Adam was the biggest fucking mistake you've ever seen in your life. Stop making villains anti-heroes. Stop it. They're villains. Do not make them anti-heroes. They're anti-heroes for a reason. There are villains and heroes. Completely separate. But, yeah. The gameplay. That was for all my whole thing for, we do not want this game. We did not ask for this game. The story is going to probably be good-ish, but not what we want. The gameplay was mind-numbing. I think I played like 2 hours, if I can look at it. Hold on. If I do Suicide Squad Kill Justice League, I played for I can actually just show you. Hold on a minute. If I show you, you can see here the closed alpha tech test. I played for 3.5 hours, more or less. I was already kind of bored after 3.5 hours. I finished the demo. That was one of the reasons also that, I stopped playing it. But like we could have gone back and then just replayed it again with a different character. I played mainly with Captain Boomerang just because of his traversal system, where he throws boomerang and then he speed forces over there because he has like speed force gone like that. That's stupid. Just give us, man, I just want a Flash game even more. So we did face Flash. The tech demo, I think, ended when we were about to face Green Lantern. Like the sequence of events was a bit quicker, so I think it was just for the demo, and it's not going to be like in 4 hours you're going to take down a Batman and Green Lantern. So, it's to take it with a grain of salt, but the combat was already mind-numbing because it was find Brainiac goons, shoot them, and then just find other Brainiac dudes and shoot them. They're all the same, by the way. They have like multiple kinds of enemies, but like in 3 hours, I saw all the enemies, all the enemy types. I believe there's like 1 or 2 more left. There's going to be like what? Like 5 enemy types at most, I think. 6 if we're lucky, which is not a lot. And they're all like these zombie Brainiac dudes, like goop dudes. So, they have the Suicide Squad has banter between them, but it's kind of like meh. Uh, I played it, but it's like kind of like I want to see what it has, but still, it didn't have that much hooking you to the game. And he's like, yeah, you're gonna play it, you're gonna finish it, and then the live service is never going to stick around, because I believe that in a year they're gonna be like, yeah, we're sharing another servers because nobody plays this. They're gonna have like a couple of players for like, for the first few months, and then nobody's gonna play it anymore, even if they come out with content, because the gameplay is not strong enough to warrant that kind of attention. And from what I saw, for all the different currencies, a lot of the different currencies are like for one character, so you have to grind for every character, even though there is a system mechanic in the game which like allows you to, if a character is higher level than the others will automatically like be brought up to a certain level behind the character. So like if your Harley Quinn is like level 15, all the other characters will be like automatically, even if you don't play them, they're going to be like automatically level 13 or something to that effect. Like they won't be on your main character's level, but there will be, only a couple of levels behind. What next? We had a lot of side quests. For some reason, Riddler is still alive, which I was really surprised. But Riddler's quest was like stand around, do nothing, for like 30 seconds, because you like capture a point, and then it's like shoot enemies, come back to that point and sit around. Then there's another wave spawning, so you shoot them, you kill them, and then you go back to the spot. And then because of like there's like a satellite strike, something like that wants you to come back to the thing, to like the bubble. And then they spawn more enemies, you kill them. They spawn enemies, you kill them. That's basically it. There's nothing really that important. I didn't see there wasn't any puzzles. There was a cool sequence with Batman, where you're like in like a dark room where like Batman can actually get you. Like one thing that was really liked on that sequence was like you felt like you were on the other side of Batman Arkham games. Like you heard Batman like up in the scaffolding and like the vantage points. You heard him because he like moved around and stuff. So you hear that like the grappling hook going around. You never see him because it's way too dark. Even though I did have a flashlight, I think, at some point, or like something that throws light or something. But like at some point you were just walking, and then just Batman just like comes down on you like like a fucking jump scare, and then just takes you out, and then you change characters. So for that sequence, for that sequence, it was really cool. But that's one memorable sequence that really was in the 3.5 hours that I played. Even the tutorial, the introduction. Yeah, I mean, there are more. The city is pretty big. Even though it's not huge, I think it's a good size. There were multiple like districts, but a lot of them were like locked off for the demo, which I could understand, because you don't want to load your load too quick, especially if there are leaks, which I think there were leaks, unfortunately, because we were under NDA, but it is what it is. People are stupid, I guess. Like for those kind of things, I kind of take it seriously, because let's not fuck around. They didn't trust us. Let's not, we can say that it was bad, but just hold your tongue. Don't divulge anything until the date is due. What else? It's really that, I want this game to bomb, but I don't want the studio to close down, So I'm kind of like, I'm kind of mad. I'm like, please don't, because I once again, we want them around to make a Superman game, because if anybody can do it under the studios of the studios under WB's umbrella, it's probably Rocksteady, especially now with Unreal Engine 5. I think it would be pretty easy for them to just make a Superman game, because I know that they're gonna everything that the character Superman has, like problem wise, in terms of translating it into a game. I think they can solve these problems with no problem. But yeah, this has been a rant of me saying I'm really scared about Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League, being unhappy, being kind of mad, but being hopeful, not for this game, but for Rocksteady's next game. And just as a last thoughts, stop chasing the dragon of another trend and try to set your own trend. Okay? WB, that's anything that I can say to you and all the developers of games. Instead of chasing a trend made, like, set by, I don't know, Fortnite, FIFA, those kinds of games that really have a long history of being profitable. Instead of chasing that trend with years behind now, try to set your own trend. If your game is good enough, you're going to set a trend. Believe me. So yeah, those are my closing thoughts. Leave me your own thoughts down in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel for more. Leave a like, leave a dislike if you didn't like it. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the comments. Bye, guys.